Hey guys, this is a tutorial on how I painted this image here. I just wanted to go over some of the steps that I took before I started to actually paint it. I first started out with thumbnails, and this is my favorite one that I ended up using. And I did this when I was in Chris Oatley's Oatley Academy class. It's called Painting Drama, and it was a really great class. I recommend it. We ended up thumbnailing 2 scenes. And this is one of the scenes that I ended up doing. It's from The Little Mermaid. We had to retell a favorite story of ours. So I started out with this, and I ended up redrawing it and working it a bit more. So this is a really rough drawing that I came out with. And then I did a color comp to try to get an idea of what colors I wanted to use. So I just did that on top of this tonal drawing here. And once I was happy with this, I ended up taking some photos. Luckily, I have a bunch of diving equipment, so that was really handy. I took photos of that and me and my husband just to get the face and the different, like the arms and the hand. And I hodgepodged a bunch of pictures together to get something that's similar to the drawing that I could work from. Because, yeah, some of the equipment is a bit tricky, so it's always good to have, and especially like the mask and snorkel. It was nice to have reference for that. Once I had all that taken care of, I just grabbed a bunch of photos from like online just as inspiration, and different colors or different things that I might want to incorporate into it. So this just gave me some ideas that I could keep in mind while I'm working on it. So when I worked on the actual painting, I would have a lot of this kind of reference material up on these screens here. I was painting using my Cintiq the whole time, but I also like having a separate window. I'll show you. You go to Windows, Arrange, and New Window, and then that just creates another window of the same painting you're working on, but you can make a smaller version of it, so that you can, while you're painting on this one, you might be painting like up close, maybe some detail, but you'd still want to see what it looks like as a full image. You want to make sure you're not just working on one little spot and forgetting about the rest of the composition. So it's always handy to have these 2 windows open, and I always keep it on this screen here as well as some other panels to free space up here a bit. I think that's it for now. I guess I'll show the buttons too, because some people were asking about the customization of the buttons. So these are how I customized my buttons. I tried a few different variations, but this is the one that I found most helpful. So on this ring here, right is making the brush larger and left is making it smaller. And then up zooms in, down zooms out. This is undo. For Photoshop, you have to put it in as Control-Alt-Z so that it undoes multiple times. And the very top one is just to, let me see. The very top one is just to grab the screen to move around. And this one is brush, and this one is eraser. Oh, and the middle one here is Alt, which is a color picker when you have the brush selected. So that's how I have mine set up. But yeah, you could do it any way you like. And the way to get to those customizations is to go into Wacom tablet properties and here, and just go to functions, and it has the keys here, and you just go to this drop down menu, and there's different options, like this one's set at pan scroll, and then you can go to the rocker ring and do the same for each of those buttons. So just play around with it and see which combination works best for you. So I started by putting just a rough background color in, and then I started to just fill a solid color into the characters on separate layers. And that's just so I can lock the layer and paint the details in later easier. And color that I took from the color comp that I did, and just put on a separate layer to color pick from. It's nice and handy. So basically I just start putting in more detail. It's a really good idea to flip the image every once in a while, because the mistakes really jump out at you that way because you're looking at it from a different perspective. I turn the pencil or the sketch layer on and off every once in a while to make sure the edges are being taken care of. You could probably just keep the sketch in there too. That's actually quite a nice look, but for this one I didn't.